The Gulf Coast paused today to remember the second anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. Cities in Mississippi and Louisiana are still struggling to recover, with only a fraction of the population returning home. Today, they paid tribute to the 1,400 people who died. This morning, bells rang at the same moment 2 years ago the levees gave way in New Orleans, flooding 80% of the city. President Bush helped mark the day. Despite $114 billion in federal aid, many still blame him for the slow pace of recovery. Today, they marched in the 9th Ward, the area hardest hit by the storm. Many houses in the predominantly black working-class community still have not been rebuilt.
Every day is a challenge. Emotionally, you're dealing with people every day, setbacks.
A memorial will be built to hold the remains of the more than 100 unclaimed victims. Chicago is still home to some who fled Katrina. Tonight, they took part in a service at their Mississippi parish with the help of a local church here. And that's where Marion Brooks joins us now. Marion?
Well, Allison, we're in front of Old St. Pat's Church here on the near west side. And their sister church, their sister parish in the Gulf region, is actually conducting services out of a tent as they try to rebuild. And whether the victims are trying to rebuild or they decide to leave the region, we're learning that many Katrina victims are still feeling the wrath of the storm. St. Clair's Church in Waveland, Mississippi before Katrina and after. The altar before and after. The crucifix before and after. 2 years later, St. Clair members Ray and Jackie Kidd say they are all still rebuilding.
But we just, stay hopeful, and we have a lot of faith, and that's what it takes.
These older people that just are the ones that really took the whipping. Everything they've worked for all their lives, and they just got cleaned out.
After seeing the scope of the devastation, Old St. Patrick's Church in Chicago jumped into action, taking on St. Clair's as an outreach ministry with a 5-year commitment, providing church supplies, building materials, and more than 130 volunteers.
Finished 33 homes in the rebuilding project. There are 350 more to go.
And part of that support is tonight's service, a simulcast mass with St. Clair's in Waveland, all over the internet.
We prayed together, we sang together, we celebrated Catholic Mass together, separated by 900 miles.
Hurricane Katrina and its aftermath ran some victims out of the region, though. Roncalli Walker left New Orleans to relocate here in Chicago and still finds he's struggling after 2 years.
And I'm still praying and hoping that one day things will change for me and my family.
Walker is still looking for a job. Now, there are 6,000 Hurricane Katrina evacuees here in the Chicago area, and many of them are still struggling like Walker is 2 years later. Live on the near west side, Marion Brooks, NBC 5 News.
Thank you, Marion.